Good afternoon, students. In last class, we have discussed the Python module. We have to continue the same today too. Hello. Dear students, for your midterm, you are having a first and second unit. First and second unit for your midterm exam. Muhammad, you didn't attend the morning class. For ST, you are having a 2.5 units. Let me share the syllabus in Google Classroom. You can check it. Morning itself, I informed during the lab hours. Okay, anyway, I will post the syllabus in your Google Classroom. Kindly check it later. After your class, I will post for PP and also ST. Yeah, in previous class we have discussed the modular programming. The modular programming is refers to the process of breaking the large and task into smaller. Then it will be a manageable subtask are called modules. In individual module we have to together then we have to like a building blocks we have to able to create the larger application using the modules. So there are several advantages or when you go for the modular programming. This one is the simplicity, another one is the maintainability, another one is reusability, and then scoping. So these are all we already discussed. The simplicity is it will be given the we rather than don't want to go for the larger project, then we have to focus here individual modules, then we have to connect them. Rather than entire problem, we have to in when you go for the modules we are able to find the small portions, taking the small portions and what are the problem, it is easy to identify. And we are working in the single module, then we have to identify the what are the problem and how to handle those things. It will be easier for the, and it is also less error prone. Another one is the maintainability. The maintainability is nothing but we have to enforce the logical boundary between the different problem domain, and the modules are written minimize the interdependency, and also it will be used for doing the team of many programs to work collaboratively of an large application. And one more thing is reusability. The reusability is nothing but the functionality has been defined in the single module. It can be easily reused wherever we have to use, or in the part of application whenever we need, we are able to call. So another one is without duplicating those codes, we are able to reuse it. Next one is the scoping. The scoping is nothing but it is the modules that is typically define the separate identifier as a different areas of program. So these are all the main advantage of when you go for the modules. In Python, we are having a small module. The service like a modules. We are having a construct, that is one is the function, modules and package. These are all the construct in Python for using the modularization. We are using the three concepts. One is the function, another one is the modules, another one is the packages. These three things are we are going to do in the Python. So here what is mean by Python modules? What is the Python modules? Here, the Python modules, which we are going to discuss, the Python modules or the contents that are accessed the same way in three cases. One is the import the statement. There is three ways we are using as a Python. Just a minute. Actually, the three different ways to define the Python in a module. The module can be written in the Python itself. Another one is the Python module can be written in C and it will be loaded dynamically at the runtime. And one more is the inbuilt module. We are able to access the interpreter or in the tools. So there are two ways to include the modules in Python. So here, the first one, the module can be written in the Python itself. We are able to writing the script for that. Then we are able to include those script in your packages, or we have to create the packages and we are able to include those modules in your program. So here, then another one is the module can be written in C. The modules can be written in a C, and it will be loaded when you want to execute those programs. It will be automatically available at the runtime, and it will be act like a module. And one more thing, we are having a built-in modules in Python. We are directly use their modules when you execute the programs. It will be act as the tools. So there is the three ways we are able to create the modules in Python. The next one, what is Python modules? Here, the module is nothing but it is the content that are accessed the same way. That is, we have to create some process. Whatever the code we want to written, that we have to define within a, like a functions. We have to define the function. Then we have to add those code into the add the module as a inbuilt function. Then we have to, wherever want, we have to able to call that. There is no special syntax for this. So the modules written in the Python, that they are executing straightforward to build. There is we have to create the file, and we have to write the steps, whatever the process we are going to do. Then it will be saved as a Python with the Python extension. Python extension. Normal file, how we have to save the normal file. Like the way we are able to create the one file, that is, it consists of what are the steps we are going to do. We have to add those things as a module. Then we have to save it as the Python a dot Python. For example, this is the whatever the file name, we have to dot py extension, that is dot py extension. There is no special syntax is necessary here. So whatever the file we have to use, those files are imported, and it will be used as the modules. So we are using the function here. It is a module. Another one, module separately we want to write, and then we have to import that. And also we are able to import. For example, here mod, this is the one module we have created here. So this is the simple example, that is s is the variable. Then we have to given one string there, and another variable a. Here I am giving a integer, that is integer numbers, that is integer numbers. They, we are having a two variables here. One is the s and another one is a. Another here, that we I have created the function, that is def is the keyword, food is the name, that is function name here. Then I have passed here one argument. Then I have given one print statement. This is one of the we are having a two variables here. Another one is the, here we have created one function. We have created one function. Another, this is the class. This is the class, and also it is the empty class. It is the empty class. Empty class. Assuming that there is a here. Just a minute. Here there is be a three things we have created in the mod, that is the module dot py. We are having we have to created these things in the one module. This is for usually we what are the things we want, we have to return in that module. We have to include all those things within a module. Here the s is the variable and a is the variable, and definition is food is this is the keyword, and food is the name, and we have passed one argument. This is the one function, and we have to added the class. These these things we have to include in the MOD. That is the this is the module name. Then assume that module is the inappropriate locations. We are able to learn about that is how we have to access the module here. So here we want to import the MOD as the module in our Python. So here we want to use the keyword import. We want to use the keyword, and this is your module name. Import is the keyword, and keyword. Then MOD is the module name. It's the module name. There is no separate keyword for that. Just use the keyword, and you have to use the file name. Whatever the file name, we have to already we are having a n number of Python files. So automatically we have to import using the keyword import, and we have to add the module which one is you want to add. So then we have to print mod of, that is the module dot s, module dot s. Then it will be print, that is greetings, because in yes what we are having that is there in the module we have a print statement here. Then is yes is the greetings, yes the variable having the value greeting. So when you access those print statement, that is the variable so mod dot, that is the module name dot the particular variable, module dot particular variable we are able to access without any function name or anything. We are just import. It will be done in a scripting that is in command prompt itself. We want to create one file. What it will be storing with the extension of Python. So we are able to use the keyword info, and it will be any module name. It will be added in your Python. So then we are able to print, that is whatever the it may be a variable, or it may be a method, or it may be a class, whatever we want able to access directly. Here the print of mode dot s. What is the s here? The s is the variable. Here we have to assign the value, that is greetings. When you access this, it will be print greetings. So this is easy way to access the variable when whatever the code you want to implement created, that the file has been acted as a module, acted as a module. So then another thing, mod.a. If you are given like this, it will be what is the value stored in the a variable. So we are having a 100, 200, 300. So these are all the variable assigned to the these values of that is the list has been stored in a. So these values has been displayed here. Then one more thing, we want to include the list values in the as the arguments. Then mod dot food is here. That is the function name. This is the function name. In the function name, this is not a method. Here it is the separate function. So in that function we have to using the arguments. So here we are passing some argument values, then it will be printed like this. So x dot we are going to assign some create some variable here. Then we are able to access those class, that is mode dot food. The mode dot food is nothing but the class we are this is the class object. We have created one object, and directly we are able to access those class. That is mod is the module. We are able to access those class, that is mod dot, that is this is the module name dot. The using the dot operator, using the dot operator we are able to access the things which are available in your model. We want to access the variables, or we are able to access the function, and we are able to access the class, whatever which is available in the modules. All those things easily we are able to access by the by creating a module. So here, these are the simple modules which we have to use. Here, the X, when you print the X, it will be that is the mod dot food. Here, food X is the object. What is the object created for? This is the object name for the food. This is the object. It will be stored, and the object has been created in the location. It will be displayed by the object. Wherever, whenever we want to create the module or any files, it act as a module or it act as a file without any calling function or anything else. We are able to call those methods or functions or in the whatever available in the modules. We are able to access easily. So that is the concept of modules. Then another one is module search path. Module search path. We have already imported the module, that is import dot module. So here, when the interpreter execute the above import statement, it searches for mode dot py. That is we want to know the location of the particular module. So we that is, it will be available in the list of directories assembled from where the following sources. It may be a what, for example, in Python there is no restrictions. Wherever wherever we are able to store your Python files and we are able to access easily, right? So, like the way when you import the modules, we want to know that is where the module will be, the particular module will be available. So, for that, we are able to do the module search path in the direct, that is when you call that input directly or a list of directly, that is the Python path environment variable, that is if it is set, we are able to access easily. Here, when you put the Python and module in the particular directory where the input script is located, or the current directory, or it will be interactive. So Python environment is easily able to access the search directories. Here, the system dot path is and append. Then this is the file we are able to find the path. The sys dot path. This is the command we are used to finding the location of your module. Location of your module. Once the module has been imported in your Python or Python environment, you can able to determine whether the location is which module and which location your file is available. So after inserting your modules, we are able to find whether which location your file, that is your module, has been stored. Your module has been stored. That is when you given the sys dot path, it will be automatically shows the your what are the files available in the Python. It will be displayed in your command prompt. So this is the um, one of the method we are able to for search the Python module. Another one is import statement. I already told how we have to use the import statement. In the module contents or available to call the import statement, that is takes in different forms. We are able to write, that is the import keyword with the module name. This is the simplest form we are already shown above. So whatever the thing we are able to use the whatever the module you want to import, just use the keyword import dot module name. This is the simplest form for importing the modules. And also we are able to that is once you have to import the modules, we are able to access the things by module name with dot notation. For example, import mod, then we are just you have to given the mod, it will be shows the where your um, module is available. It will be shows the directory, that is the path which is available in the location, which location it will be available. So there will be two possibilities. One is stored file name, that is another one is directly we have after input, just you have to enter your module in the command prompt. It automatically shows that where your mode that is module is available. Next one, and also in the Python modules, the s and food reminds the modules as the provide symbol. It is not meaningful in the local context. When you given the s in the Python, so without module name or without object, if it is in class, we are able to access by the module. Here, when you trying to given the s, it will be indicates your error because we are having a statement in the listen. Yeah, this is the variable we are having here. So s and a, when you try to access directly without any dot or something, it will be shows the error because the s and food remains in the modules private symbol table at that door, not meaningful in the local we are not able to directly access the those variable. So if you are accessing those variable like s and if you are given any string or any functions there, it will be shows the error. The error name is not defined, and also the food, food is or food is not a, whatever the functions you have to included in the module, we are not able to access the module without the module name. We should use the module name in front of your object. For example, here how we have to write, then module dot yes, that this is the important without module name we are not able to access those things which is available in the module. So another one, to be accessed in the local context, the name of object should be defined. That is, I already told mod dot yes. And if you are access using the dot operator and with the module name, that is first module name, then dot operator, then whatever the attributes or the variables or the any functions or class name, we should use the module, that is mod dot s, that it will be shows your values of variables. Like the way if you are using the function or method or anything else or classes, it will be accessed through the mod is the module name, then dot is the operator for access. Here there is the class name, that is the sorry, this is the function name. Then we are able to access through the module dot food, that is the function name. Without a module name we are not able to access those things which is available in the Python modules. Another one is we are able to do the import the more than one modules at a time in the Python. So we are using this modules by separated by commas. We are able to use this multiple modules at a time. So this several comma separated modules may be specified in a single import statement. We are able to add the module one in a single module in at a time. At the same time, in a single line, we are able to add more modules in a single line. That is the import keyword. This is the module one. This is the module two. We are able to n number of modules at the same time. N number of modules at the same time. This is the possible only in the Python. Here we are easily with the separated by comma, we are able to include more more modules here. That is the alternative form. The import statement allows the individual object from the module can be imported directly into the call as symbol table. Call as symbol table. That is from module name. That is we want to import some other module name from to another module, we are able to, that is the from, then module name, then import name. So the alternative form import the statement allows the individual objects from the module to imported directly into the caller symbol table. That way we are using the from, then the module name, then import the name. This is the another way we are able to import the modules. And also here there is the following execution of the above statements, that is names can be referenced in the caller's environment without the module prefix. From import, that is from mode is the another previously we are having the module, then import yes and for. So here, when you import those modules, then it will be able to access without module name, without module name. So from mod, then import yes comma food or food. I created food, then we have to use those things without module name. First, before that, when you call the module attributes or the functions, before that we want to include the one single line, that is from mod, that is the module name, import yes comma food. This is the variable, this is the function name we have to import first, then we are able to access the s, this is the greetings, this in is having a greetings string, then food have a argument, that is the argument here. We are also able to call single, that is attribute name and then function name, but before that we include that from mod, that is from module name, import, then variable names. It is also possible we are accessing those things without module dot, without module dot, that is module name dot operator. Other than that we are able to do like this. Another one, and also we are able to alter the names, alter the names too. It is also possible in the Python module. It is also one of the options. We are able to alter the individual when you are enter the local symbol table with alter name. So here from module name, import the name as alternative name. We want to give it the alternative name, like the way first from which module we are going to alter, that is from, then module, then import, then we have to given the name as alternative name, then we are given the alternative name. So here we are giving the from mod import s comma food, like the way here we want to change the statement in the modules. We are able to do, that is from module name, import, then name as the alternative name. If you want alter the name of the variables or the modules, it is also possible here. The another one, dir function, the dir command, it is an inbuilt function. It is already told when you are seeing the inbuilt functions. It is the one of the function dir. Dir is the inbuilt function. It returns the list of defined name in the namespace without any arguments. It produces the alphabetically sorted list of names in the current local symbol table. Current local symbol table. For example, when you enter the dir of the function, it will be given what are the list available in the current symbol table. Those things will be displayed when you are given the command dir. So listen, this is annotations and built-ins and document loader name and package. If what are the things? Uh, in the built it is one of the built-in functions. We are having already more commands, right? A copy, like the way dir also one of the command. It is the built-in functions. We are don't want to create an again. When you want to show know what are the things in our directory, we are able to use the function directly in the command prompt. That's all. In the built-in function, dir returns the list of defined names in the name phase without any arguments. It is produces the automatically shorter list of the name in the current local symbol table. That is, if you enter the dir, it will be shows what are the things and what are the name spaces available, which is it will be displayed directly. So another one is executing a module as the script. Executing a module as a script. How we have to execute the module as the script? Any Python file, that is any .python file that contains the module is essentially and also the Python script, and there is isn't any reason it cannot be executed like that. So here, we have to create the module, and as well as it is also executing as the file. That is a script language where it is possible in Python, and reloading a module. In the here, the module is loaded once as the interrupted. Then the module can be contain the executable statements for the initialization. These statements are only executed the first time of the module is imported. So then we are able to reload your module here. This is we are able to executing your module as the script, and you are able to reloading your module. Another one is Python packages. Like the modules, we are able to include the packages in Python. The packages allows the hierarchical structuring of the module namespace using the dot notation. Dot notation. In the same way, how we have to use the modules, we are able to access the packages also. In the packages, the modules help to avoid the collisions between the global variable names and packages, or help to avoid the collision between the modules name, between the modules name. What the modules do? The modules help us to avoid the collision between the global variable names, like the way the packages, or avoid the collisions between the module names. We are able to create the package here. That is, creating packages, nothing but we have to create the like a file structure. We are able to create the file structure. So for example, when you we are having a number of assignments, right? So like the way if we are in one single class, but we are having a 6 subjects. So for each and every subject, we are able to we want to create a n number of assignments. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. So we have to create a separate folder for each and everything. For example, when you created the folder, that is for seventh semester. For that, in the seventh semester, we are having a different subject, and then you have to create within the main folder. We have to create different folders. That is 5 folders again. So in that particular, then we are creating the files or something. Or we are having a assignment, that is a practical assignment and lab assignments. Like the way we are able to create the sub files within the folders, right? Like the way here we are going to create the package. We are going to create the package. That is, in the package, it will be contain the hierarchical file structure. It will be act like a folders where we are using this is the package. In the particular package, we have to create the n number of modules. We are able to create the n number of modules, and it will be added in a, for example, we are having a package 1 and package 2. The same module has been, the module name has been used both. For the assignment 1 is available in both. For example, when you take the 2 different subjects, we are having the assignment 1, it is also having the assignment 1. But we know which is available with folder. According to the subject, we have to DMIR assignment, but assignment 1 is the common name. It will be available in the all the folder. According to the subject, we are able to assign this is the under this subject. This will be under this subject. Like the way we are able to we are able to create the n number of modules, and it will be available in a single package. It will be available in the separate packages. For example, we are having a pack. For example, you are having a 2 different subject. Take a Python and ST. So in PP, you are also having a assignment 1, assignment 2, assignment 3. Like the way you are having a assignment 1, assignment 2, assignment 3 in the ST also. And also you are having a lecture and lab in Python, as well as lecture and lab in ST. So we have to create separate name for that within the subject name. Within the subject name, we have to create all those things in the structure within the particular subject. Like the way we are able to create the n number of modules under the package for the avoiding the name collisions. Through the package, we are able to access those modules using the package name. Using the package name. Here, the package is the name. Then under that, we are having the module 1 and module 2. This is the example. It is like a hierarchical file structure. It like a hierarchical file structure. We are able to create the package in Python. So here, see, here the example, that is the mod 1 is the one module, that is mod 2 is the another module. Here, this is the one for first module, then this is the second module. So the same thing it will be created in the same function name. For example, define FOO. Then this is the module 1, this is the module 2. So here where we have to create the any definition or anything else. These 2 modules are imported in the single file. For example, when you creating here, look at this. This is the package name. In the package name, we have to include that is under this package name, we have to include module 1 and module 2. So there is a name collision, that is name collision between the module names will be avoided here. That is the That's why we go for the packages. That's why we go for the packages. So these two modules are imported under the one packages. So when you using those, when you want to access those modules, you want to access through package name with the module, package name with module. So another thing, how to initialize the package, how to initialize the package. Here the package initialization, that is if a file name is initialization, that is the init is the special function name. Init is the special function name. It will be present the package directory if it is invoked when the package or the module in the package is imported. This can be used for execution of your package initialization and also initialization of the package level. So init method is used to do initializing the package name here. So here, this is the package where how to create the pkg is the directory. That is, it is act like a directory that is called package. That is called package. For example, in your system, we are having three locations. That is C colon and D colon and or some other colon. It is the main directory. We have to include anything in the particular folder for identifying is. For that, like the way we are, the packages has been created in the Python too. Another one is the sub packages, like the way in the, each and like your file folder, how we have to create the file folder, like the way we are able to create the packages and sub packages. The sub packages can contain the nested sub packages in the arbitrary depth. That is called the sub packages of the Python. That's all your class today. Let me see the example for this one in the next class. When you're coming to the next class, I will be do the practical section for all those things. Are you clear? Okay, that's all your class today. Kindly mark your attendance. If there is any query, please ask me. Otherwise, enter your attendance. Today we have discussed.
Ma'am, I am not able to write my number.
Yeah, just a minute. Today we are discussed Python modules and packages and how to initialize the packages and how to create the sub packages. These are all we have done today. In next class, we have to see the practical examples, how the package is imported and how the module has been imported. Let me create the program for that. Then we have to discuss at the next class. Thank you all.
Ma'am, I am not able to write my number.
Yeah. Just a minute. I will mark your attendance.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, Salim. Somebody is writing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Bhavik already done.